Yeah, I wanna raise the K. You don't even know me on the fucking best, okay? If you love me, then put me just on your face, okay? That you love me all the time. You just love me and just on him on my mind.
That last video was honestly a good coaching guide video. This one is just gonna be more of a relax and chill with me. Right now, I'm outside. Look at this fucking fire. I thank God every single day, multiple times a day throughout the day. I really feel like it's important to do that. I always tell people before I even stepped into this part of my life that I'm living now, I dreamed about it. I focused on it. I always had aspirations to live life exactly how I'm living it right now. And it does feel very surreal sometimes because I'm like, wow, you can do anything. Makes me a little nervous just because it's like you have to have clear direction and focus, and you have to have, I don't want to say drive, but you gotta want to show up. No matter rain, sunshine, whether you're happy, sad, with friends, lonely, having a good direction and intention on your life, I feel like is really important. And it definitely takes time to get there. I credit a lot of just how I am and how I see the world, of course, to my upbringing and my environment. But I read a lot. I read so much. I tell people, like, that's my comfort thing. That's my way to connect or escape or to feel a greater sense of self. Just because it makes me feel like I'm making a good use of my time instead of just existing or feeling confused or not having a plan. I feel like when I'm reading or researching or taking in any kind of information, it's kind of helping me have that moment of mental peace so that I'm able to create those future steps that I need to make to move forward. I feel like as a person having so much free will, right, we can literally do anything that we want at any time. It's important to remember your direction, remember the experience that you're trying to have, and really be mindful in the steps that you're taking to get there. Every moment counts, every action counts, everything that you do adds up. I tell people all the time, just because no one sees it doesn't mean nobody's keeping score. Those things that you do when you're alone, when you think that it's just you in this world by yourself, all those actions that you're taking, all those choices that you're making, they're still being counted for, even if they're not public. A lot of people, I feel like, think that, oh, the only things that count are the things that other people can see and that can hold you accountable for it. But you're supposed to be holding yourself accountable 100% of the time. So if it's like you want to make these changes and you want to live a certain type of life or be a certain type of person or have a certain kind of experience, you have to make sure that the proof is in the pudding, right? You can't try to show up in front of everyone a certain type of way, but behind closed doors, you're a whole different individual. Of course you could. I feel like it would make life a little bit more tougher because it's like you're walking two journeys at one time, but to each its own. Every walk of life is amazing, so just make sure you're crafting yours to be what you want it to be. Drop in a little bit of grandpa knowledge. My grandpa's always like, oh, remember where it's gonna be. You have to be mindful not to be a gopher, so to speak. A gopher, someone who will go for anything, someone who doesn't have real plans or directions or a distinct sense of purpose, so they're willing to just sign up and go along with anything and everything for anybody. And you have to be mindful of that because you don't want to be a cog in someone else's machine, right? Because your life is still your energy, your dreams and your goals and your desires are all still yours. So if you're giving that up just for a moment of peace or because you don't feel like you know what you're doing, so you're just willing to ride on the coattails of somebody else or give someone else the power to influence your mindset and your choices and your opinion of yourself, it's almost really doing yourself a disservice because you're not getting that full experience of you. You're wanting to push it off onto someone else or to lock it up in a closet instead of truly admiring and taking it head on. And I feel like you can only get so far with doing that depending on the experience that you want to have here in life. Because you only kind of get to do this one time, this way. Not saying that reincarnation isn't a thing, because I'm the type of person who believes that almost anything is possible. I never discredit anything or anybody's experiences or opportunities or opinions on life. I just let it be for them and let them have their own thing. Just because you don't have to validate it in your own world. It's okay to have experiences with others and allow them to see life from your perspective slightly, or to create a new perspective together. But yours is truly the only one that can count, because you can only look through your eyes. You can only walk in your shoes. You can hold someone's hand through their experiences, but you never quite understand what it's like to be anyone else. And it's like, you really shouldn't try to waste your time doing that, because you gotta figure out what it's like being you in all these different moments and times. And it's just amazing. There's just so many different ways that you can choose to enjoy your life, because you should be enjoying it. And I know it's so tough to say, because I'm aware that sometimes it's very hard to do that. Sometimes it can be chemically hard to do that, just based off of things that you've been through and seen, or just how your body is set up to work. But I still mean that. Try to find a way to enjoy that perspective that you have. Even if it does suck, what sucks the least about it? What's something that you could say yes to while you're complaining? Oh, it's so hot, and you feel like you don't have things figured out, and you're so confused. Just say, I enjoy having a little bit of uncertainty in my life, because it gives me room to expect surprises. I'm grateful that the sun is shining and allowing me to recharge my body. What else? It's okay that I'm uncomfortable in this moment, because I'm getting to experience myself from a different aspect. And I still appreciate and admire myself, whether I'm having a certified good time or not. So that's another just chat with me. I be out here just chilling, trying to make the best of every little moment. And I've been reading a lot lately. I want to definitely take you guys on this journey of transformation. I feel like I'm one of those girls who's just like, oh, life is so awesome, everything's so positive and awesome. But I also have to craft that for myself. I'm working on it, and I'm working on taking those feelings of joy and optimism and opportunity that I feel on a day-to-day basis, and just adding depth to those experiences. And if I'm able to pass on any gems of knowledge along the way, I love that. I'm always like, one drop in your bucket could be a drop in someone else's bucket. I saw this thing where it's like, you never know how your present affects other people. So just make sure you're always showing up your best. Sometimes you could be the catalyst for so many amazing things, but you gotta allow yourself to also be amazing as well in those moments. Little motivation to keep going, right? Oh, she's eating the girls up today. That's 2 for 2. The vibes. I love you. Who loves you more? I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Yeah, I wanna raise the K. You don't even know me in the fucking best, okay? If you love me, then put me just on your face, okay?